can you help me out a little bit here? And I said, well, what are you doing? And she said, well, this is what I do, and this is what I was taught to do when I was at college. And I said, but it's not working for you.
What was she taught to do?
She was taught to do the classic, be cool, be aloof, stand back, let the guy chase you. Even when he shows a lot of interest, you have to act almost like you don't care. So that's what she was doing. And I said, well, how are you getting on with that? And she said, it's not really working. And time was going by, and she was very, very keen on having a relationship. And she said, well, you know, do you have any suggestions? And I said, well, there are these other girls that I know, and they do exactly the opposite. And I know it's not the conventional way, if you like, to do things, but they do it this other way, and they have guys falling out of trees.
Was it difficult to suggest to your sister that she ought to put out on the first date?
That's only a very small part of it.
But an important part.
It's an important part, absolutely right. But I would say times have changed since I was younger, and let's just say that I think the sexual liberation, it's occurred. So people of my generation, we need to keep up with what's actually happening out there. And what's happening as a result of iPhones and Tinder and apps and all that is stuff is going on. And the young people have moved on. And so I'm almost like my grandmother used to be in that sense. So it's already happening. We can turn a blind eye to it if you like, but the fact is it's happening. And if you're not doing it, someone else is doing it, and you're at a disadvantage.
Take a selfie of your bits and you'll live happily ever after.
I wouldn't go quite that far.
Denise, you're shaking your head.
Yeah.
Well, Blake is saying, come up to date. This is the way it is now. I felt, reading excerpts from your book, that I was going back in time. I mean, this one, make it all about him, what he wants to do, where he wants to go, plus flattery and adoring glances. That's straight out of Jane Austen in 1824. The world is not like that. I would not want a man who would fall for that. You're making men out to be idiots, and you're saying that women want more out of life than just to catch a man. And all the time I'm hearing from... Remember, this is not my personal experience, and I very much feel your book is written about your sister, your mum, and 4 other women that you met. But I'm hearing all the time from vibrant young people who want a good relationship, yes, but they do not want to have to crawl on their hands and knees to get it.
Blake says it, you know, for many women, it doesn't work. So maybe it is completely outdated and there needs to be a new approach.
It doesn't work, Philip, because everybody, the longer I am in this business, the more I realise there's a thing called X Factor. 2 people come together, and if you put them into a computer, you'd say, those 2 will never match. But boom, off it goes. And you can see a man that you think, yes, I like him, I want him. But if X Factor isn't there, you won't get him, no matter how much you do the adoring glances.